Hello everybody, it's the first day of vacation. It's time to clean windows, our annual window cleaning. It's time to pressure wash. Let's see if it'll start. It's a rainy day, so I'm going to be fixing stuff like this here. And finally painting this hallway. Here's what I got done so far. It's the same color. It's just looking really clean now. I lightly sanded the baseboards. I'm going to put a coat of urethane on them and kind of seal those back up again. All this area looks okay. I've got to get a small roller and do this little strip here. That's no big deal. Don't know if the camera picks up the color change from the new paint to the old. The old paint is kind of discolored, but it's looking like brand new again. Got all the way down to that bedroom door. And I'm about to turn the corner. I think I have just exactly enough paint to finish this up. Alright, the haul is completed. There's a look from this way from the back den. Went ahead and repainted the returns. This one here, and then the one around the corner. That one right there. That one I had to end up stripping down to bare metal and priming it and repainting it, because when I scuffed it up and put a coat of paint on it, all the paint crinkled up. So that had to be all redone, but it looks okay now. And then all along here, cleaned up the baseboards, got a nice clean line of paint to the baseboard, so that turned out okay. Here's a look at it from this way. And it'll be a little difficult to get this little area all nice and repainted. And I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I got my Murphy's oil soap and cleaned the trim and baseboards and doors. That's the dirty water from just the doors and trim in this hallway. So they had quite a bit of dirt. And then I'm going to put a coat of urethane on them, clear, just to preserve them after doing all that work scrubbing them. But they look pretty good now, being that they're the original trim and everything from 1958. Up next on my list is I'm going to be painting the doors in the laundry room, but that entails getting the doorknobs and everything off. This here is going to be a Sharkey 626 approved repair. I'm going to be getting all these hinges cleaned up. They've all been painted over, and I think he dislikes painted over stuff more than I do, and I don't like it at all. So we're going to get those all fixed up where they look proper once again. Got to get that little track off there. This door will be ready to pop off, and give it a light sanding, then prepare it to paint. Also going to do the trim. It's got some nicks here and there. Hit that with the sandpaper a little bit, smooth it out, and paint that trim. I got some good paint to paint it with, so that'll look nice when I get done. Then here's the next door I'm going to work on. I'm going to remove it as well and get the paint off the hinges, paint the trim, rehang it. And here's the third door. This again, going to get the same treatment. Hinges clean, lightly sanded and repainted. I do have a special plan for this one. Right there, that doorknob, I found a replacement that matches the rest of the doorknobs in the house. So that's going to get put on there. And then I got to get the paint off of that latch. And one final item on the list today is I've got to repaint this windowsill. Lightly sand it and repaint it. See, stuff like that. That's from the windows being replaced several years ago. I just haven't got to that part yet. And then this trim needs to be painted around this door. I patched a nick in it yesterday. I'm going to sand that out. And then, of course, I'll take that off. It's the next day. And this one's done. All the paint's off the hinges. And that looks a lot better. This one here is not done yet. I'm going to save that one for later on. But over here, I got this one done. All the paint's off the hinges. It's got that matching doorknob. And looking pretty sharp. Well, vacation is over. I got quite a bit of items knocked off the list. This door on the back storage building is being one of them. We'll take a look at the old door. Here's the problem. I was going to do the right thing and just put a piece of tin over that, but the rot goes up so high, I was thinking that's just going to pull the hinges out quicker than I want, so I'll just go ahead and bite the bullet and replace the door. As seen before, I got all the windows cleaned and the house pressure washed. That turned out nicely. I've got the back patio pressure washed and the patio pressure washed as well. Pressure washer worked perfectly this year, no fails. Got this sidewalk pressure washed as well. All this woodwork is once again sparkling clean. Driveway's pressure washed and looking nice as it can. And another thing that needed to be done was this porch needed a second coat of paint on the ceiling. Kind of had some streaks in it where the first coat didn't quite cover as well as it should have. But that's all been taken care of now. The porch ceiling looks great. I was in a bit of a hurry painting this last May, so it took me all that time to get back to this. So that's a big one off the list. Be ready to decorate for Christmas here in about 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. What's still on the list is this trim. I didn't quite get to that. That's no big deal. And then this windowsill. Neither one of those should take more than 2 or 3 hours to complete. So we'll just work it in on a weekend sometime.